It's totally awesome fishing time again, and in this one I can't wait for it to get dark. You just never know what creepy crawlies are going to come out. Let's get down the lake.
Oh, I've been long gone, wanna talk to you. I've been hustling for so long. Oh, and I've been thinking about the past, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. Even if I end up all alone, I know my destiny. My mama told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride don't make you change. Just always remember where you come from. 'Cause I know you were born to break the chain. So I'm on my way. Yes, I'm leaving today. Are you right with me? See, I'm living that life. But I got a fire that burns so bright from the back road.
Well, here at Bivvy Fisheries, fabulous spot on the main lake. The geese haven't started yet, which is nice. Everything else is on the move. I'm going to be fishing, as you can see, into the dark, and hopefully, as we are now, looking at late autumn, mid-autumn I suppose you call October, mid-autumn, some people call November autumn. I think autumn starts in September myself. That's sort of middle of September. And I suppose traditional autumn years ago, I can remember as a kid when it used to be cold, freezing in October. That's all changed now. Anyway, I'm down here on the main lake trying to catch what's known as a Z or a zander. I've got here a roach which you can buy. You can buy them in packets from the little tackle shop there. That Dave has a tackle shop there. And I put, with being barbless, these are also the wire trace rigs they sell here. I've just got one shot there, a swan shot on this particular one. And I've got a little piece of rubber there to hold the bait on the hook. Just natural baits. Now what they tell me, Rebecca actually told me in the shop today, she says that the sea baits aren't that great, which I thought would be like catfish, you know, segments would be good as well. No, everybody tells me natural baits are the way to go for zander. If I get a zander or two, which I don't imagine until it gets dark, I'm sort of dusk now, doesn't look it, but I am, then I might try carp as well, because I've got some boilies I might throw out for carp. I don't know whether a zander actually go, you know how long they go for. A guy running for his rod over there. Oh no, I think he's running for his bait because the ducks are there. I think the ducks have got their beaks in his bait bag. So I've got one here. Just I haven't gone far out there. I'm going to put one around the side here, one out the middle, and just sit here, have something to eat, and then fingers crossed, one of these bobbins will go up. You doubtless hear all the bird life. I've got a load of fens down here. Look, I've got a load up there. Hope they're not going all night. I've got a real squawking seagull, a couple of mallards down there. But I don't want the geese starting up. Oh my God, all night. I don't need them. What a setting. Anyway, let's get this one out. Fingers crossed. Just as dusk comes, I'll have to switch cameras. This one's not great in low light, and we'll see if we can't get your zander. About a 4-inch roach. With zander, the general consensus is that they do not like resistance, so I'm only using very light bobbins. Got a roll of silver paper on that one. This one I'm just going to use it. Cut down the critically balanced washing up bottle top. It'll be critically balanced. Oh my God, you'll never catch a fish with a whole bobbin like that. It's got to be cut down, critically balanced. I just take up the tension there. I just want enough weight in the bobbin to get a drop back bite as well, and I can just wind up the slack here. If you can see, the bobbin comes up like this. So I just want enough to give me a drop back bite, and then on we go with the noisemaker. That's all we need. There we go. I leave it on bait run, and normally I'd have a run clip there. I'm going to be sitting, let's turn that right, sitting right on top of the rods. Look, there's the chair. The guy's just packed up from fishing here. So I'm working on the fact that because the guy was here, he chucks a bait out. I saw him throw his bait, his leftover bait in there. That could bring small fish round. He's been fishing all day, so again, the predators should be able to move in on that. That's my thinking anyway. I've always been quite happy following up when somebody's been fishing there and they dump their bait in. I'm well happy. I've caught pike like that, zander. So let's see if it works. The theory works tonight. So these are the baits that you can buy in the tackle shop. As you can see, quality pike and predator baits. They do smelt, trout, lamprey section, which is like an eel, roach, you see a little tick there, perch, and mini pike. I've never used the mini pike, in fairness. I just use one of these roach. As you can see, these are the rigs that you use at Berry Hill. They supply those in the little kiosk there as well. I go through the dead centre there and come out on the top, but obviously you can cast them. It's barbless, it can come off. So keep a rag there as well, guys, because you're going to get covered in fish line. Just get a piece of, I'll keep all these little bits of rubber like this, and just pop it over. The same for all barbless. You've heard me talk about worms and everything, to stop them coming off the hook. You might not see this because I've got trying to film with a camera on my head as usual. That's it, there. Can you see that there? A little tag, a snip of rubber band. That one's ready to go out, but difference being, rather than just a shot, I've got a running ledger there, and that will give me a better chance of a tangle, a drop back bite. So you cast out, it falls down like this. I'm sort of over here, so I've cast out. Here we imagine it. Use your imagination, people. Splash, goes down like in a heap. I tighten up, that pulls the trace straight like this, because this shot, this weight, you can use a heavier weight if you want, but you don't really want anything too heavy for zander fishing. Okay, but if he comes back this way, I'm going to get this shot dragging along the bottom, and that puts a belly in the line, and then I get what's called a drop back bite, so I'm going to feel if one comes towards me. Check your drag. This is on obviously carp drag. The rods and reels I'm using are totally over the top really for the zander that are in here. But having said that, if I get a couple, I will go and try for a carp during the night. Just throw it out, sink the line. I just tweak it like this. So like somebody in the temple on the specimen lake must have a dog with them. So if it's not the geese, it's somebody's dog woofing all night. Bait runner I put on, but I'm watching the rods. I'm right by them, I'm not going anywhere. Don't expect anything to it. It's almost dark. I've got them on very light, just in case I'm off filming, just by the bivvy or something like that, and something goes off. Let's get this one on. That's it. I just let the weight of the bobbin. You can see the bobbin, look, it's pulling back. So all I do then, because there's still a bit of bow in the line there, I knock it forwards, you take the weight off it like this, and then just let the weight of the bobbin set its own height there. There we go. It's just enough of that shot to hold that and stop it falling back all the time. One hopes. What a beautiful autumnal look about it. It's a carp moving over there. Now something I did look up and was interested in. Here you cannot zander fish without using a wire trace. That is it, end of. I suppose people must have caught zander that have maybe taken a roach on the way in if they're match fishing, I don't know. But generally on a wire trace, because if you're putting a fish bait out, don't forget you can get pike as well. But they tell me in Holland, where they get loads of zander, and they are zander specialists, I only learned this morning, most of them don't use wire traces. They do not like any resistance from wire at all. So what do they use? It didn't tell me in this article. It didn't say what they use. I'm guessing braid, sections of braid like we do for catfish, that sort of thing. But they don't like wire at all. So I found that quite interesting, because, you know, very often the wire, it might fray, you might get drop baits, you know, later in the season. I mean, look, zander fishing is only just starting here. I think it starts 1st of October. It's just starting, but in other countries, different, you know, regulation times. It might be worth listening to the Dutch guys if you're going to go very, very light, not line, but the actual weight of the bait, because they say they do get drop baits. And they're picky feeders of zander. They're not a pike, woof, eat it and roll off. So, just a little tip there from our Dutch cousins, that their zander fishing, they don't like any resistance at all. Another thing you can do, you can float fish for them. I've caught them on a float, and I've actually, which is interesting, I think it's in one of our films that we put up on zander before. I use those glow sort of isotope things, I don't know what they call them, light sticks, night sticks, whatever, and just put them on valve rub on top of another float, cast out. I had, I think, 3 or 4 runs, and got caught zander. Every one, when it picked up, I noticed, went towards the island. So I might blow out totally by just fishing in the random open water. I'm not near overhanging trees, which I would normally be if I come zander fishing here with Mike. We generally try to go near some overhangs. But I found that interesting, that the actual run went, the float you could see was taking line towards the island. Maybe during the day, there are loads of sand around the island under those overhanging trees that you see, all the rhododendrons over there. Maybe they're under there just laying there waiting to pounce. And we all know they like structure. They're a bit, they call them pike perch as well, that's their other name. And obviously perch do like features and structure. You're more likely to catch perch around the edges or structure than you are actually in the middle. And I wonder if being pike perch, a cross between the two really, I suppose, that they might actually, you know, work on the same principle of ambushing. Guess all these midges and mosquitoes that come out just before it gets dark. I notice they come out a lot in the damp as well. There's stacks of them all the way along. I'm watching the bow and the line, guys. It might be a pickup. Just going to wind down, let him take that. Fish on. Fish on, people. Get that silver paper in a minute. Now these also can spit the bait quite a bit. Net, Graeme. Net's slightly out of kilter. Here we go. Wouldn't it be nice to get an early fish? Small zander. Small one. Could come off, it's just jaw hooked. Just jaw hooked. That is a small one. I think that's one of the smallest ones I've ever caught. I'll just hand line this one. That's a very small fish and keep him in the water almost. There you go. Look where he's hooked, people. That is as neat as you could want. I think I've even got my rubber band back. The zander or a pike perch, and as you can see, there's his fin uplet. Lovely colours, nice looking fish. Wow, straight off the mark, small but welcome. Now you can fish half sections as well, so I'm tempted, if I can find the scissors. Being as they're small zander, I reckon I was real lucky to get that one, I'm going to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to use a half section like this. That's on the link ledger. I didn't mention that before. This one was on the link ledger there. It slides up and down. Still got my rubber band. And with half sections you can just pick up and strike straight away. It'd be nice to get a decent one like this. In the 6s and 7s, they will still pick up these small bits. Do not neglect small baits like this for zander. I'm going to go They're a little bit farther out. Yeah, apparently they don't like the real cold. We've got the cold coming, and then you can go pike fishing. I personally have never done a lot of good in very cold weather. Well, I don't like the cold weather anyway. Goes without saying. So you can adjust that bobbin just like that. I might actually ping 4 balls of ground bait straight out there, ready, because I checked the time and the sun's gone off that house now. So guy over there was, I think he caught a bream, or might have been a small carp. Herons on the move over there, hear him squawking. Another tip, I'm going to do most of the tips, just when it's dark I'm going to have to switch cameras and use the floodlight on the other one. The old GoPro's not great at night. Make sure if you do get your sections like this, and you're fishing with just half sections, just don't leave them on the deck, assuming they're going to be there when you want another bait, because the rats will come and take them. Put them in a bait tin and just put them up the top here, over the top of your bivvy. I do the same with the hand rag, as I have seen once. The fear of God put in me when I thought, what the hell is that, a ghost flying along the bank? It was something white and really eerie, and it was jumping and jerking everywhere, and it did make me wonder, what the hell is it? And it was indeed a rat running off with my hand rag in the middle of the night, you know, so pretty scary. I'm going to get myself rigged up here with a second camera. That's fair. So at least I am organised if I do get a pickup. All this is all left over from Mike's stuff. And I've got my, obviously, trusty light, which hopefully has fully charged. Head torch. It's out of battery nearly, but that'll do me for this evening. And the dreaded phone, which is going to get switched off. So guys, that has just popped up. You see the light on, so I'm going to pick the rod up. And because it's only a half bait, just check the drag. Going to wind straight down, just check he's still there. Oh, he came off. A little bit quick on the strike there. But as you can see, that was just a half bait. I might even have got the bait back. I've got the bait back, look at that. They go straight out again. I can actually see the bubbles where the fish was. I guess that's another small fish. Paper back on. So you can see what I mean about how delicate the takes can be. Tighten up here. Hello. Another thing you can do, before it gets dark, you can actually watch where the line enters the water there, and you'll see it twitching. That gives you another sort of advance notice of whether you're going to get a take or not. Well, I missed another one on a half bait, which is hard to believe. That shows you how finicky they can be. And Rebecca did say sometimes with the temperature can make them a bit twitchy. She did think they would be that way this evening. But I'll get a bit nippy, so put on the lucky hoodie. It does what it says on the packet. Won't get much more joy out of this camera because it's getting down. There's one other guy over there. I've actually can't move in there. I've thrown one bait down off the front of that overhang there, and I've gone up there pretty well where that duck is, whacked it right up there. And this one that was in the middle, I've moved across to where I've had 2 takes over there. Who knows why? It's in the middle of nowhere. I don't see any features there, so that shoots the old feature bit in the head, but does it. So I've got to wait till it gets dusk. I think it's time now for something to fill me up. I don't have a huge amount of food, so I feel get the food out of the way now. Well, tell a lie, folks. It's actually not a spag bowl. It is ravioli. Probably be, I've heard of carbonara. I think this would be carbonised. One beep on that. We're getting near bite time for the Sanders. You watch, we're going to take now, I feel sure. I don't actually have much food. Wifey shortchanged me big time on this one because I said, look, I'm only doing a night, I'm not doing a day and a night and a day. And it is one small roll, one tin of ravioli. So I think I'm going to have to make a cup of tea. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Just beeping. Just look how that one there has barely moved. It's over by the tree there. And that's it. I guess it just dropped it. That's one. No, there's nothing there. Hopefully it comes back. There's a take. For certain. It could have been, I guess it could have been a line bite. It could have been a line bite. But, you know, I'm thinking, I always wash it out in case there's a spider in there. You never know from the garage. Yeah, I'm going to have trouble, I reckon. What a view, though. I don't know what you're getting of it because it's getting too dark for this camera, really, but that might well have been a line bite, that left-hand one. Maybe they're twitchy. The thing I find with ravioli is that you have to keep moving it. Otherwise the stuff on the top doesn't get hot. I got one on. He's in the net, I'll get the mat. We can see by the sky in the background. It's dusk now, it's dark now. I've just had another pickup after that last fish. I don't know if he's dropped it or not. I think he's still there. He's going through some weed or something. Look, line juddering. Hopefully he doesn't come up solid. I think I'm clear. I'm not sure. I think I'm clear. Yeah, I'm out in the open now. Oh, a couple of big head shakes then. Have a look. A little bit smaller than the last one. Should get the net nest here. Yes, again. Can't beat a nice fresh brew. I mean, I've got a flask for that sort of lukewarm now. But when it's coming in late autumn, early winter, a hot, steamy cup of, even soup's good, soup. I used to have vegetable soup. We used to go pike fishing at Thiel in Reading years and years ago. I'm talking 50, at least 50 years ago. My mates used to go with, said they were around the other side of the lake and they could smell the vegetable soup wafting across. So it's gone quiet now. What I wanted to say was, I did notice when I've been here with Mike before, because it's just a regular bankside as it were, it's not like a sort of major hot spot. Guys could be catching them over there and over here, around there, they're all over. If you had 3 of you in a row, just as you get that sort of dusk period, they definitely would get, one guy would have one here, then you'd have one here, then say Mike would be in the left hand side, he'd get this, like they come down or they move across, and I think the smaller ones do probably hunt in little packs. I'm not sure, maybe some Zander expert out there could tell us. I'm certainly not a Zander expert, I just catch them. I just wouldn't classify myself as an expert, just catch Zander. But that's what I found, is that you can also get 2 at once, you know, if you've got a couple of rods out, and then after that flurry, if you like, it can go pretty dead. In my experience, it's been dusk for the first hour and a half-ish, maybe 2 hours of darkness, just the usual standard sort of barbel time, I call it as well, is, you know, when the fish come on the feed generally. It's a waiting game. Problem I might have is, obviously it's pitch black now, but the moon is just coming through the trees there. I remember this other times I've been there, but to be honest, I don't know what effect it's going to have on the Zander. I was looking online and reading, as well as that information what they do in Holland, but they don't like wire traces, but obviously here in the UK we generally would always use wire traces. Is that they like, some of the people said they do really well on a full moon. It's been quite clear, the water, it's not coloured. I know they do supposed to feed better in coloured water, but at the end of the day, you just got to be there. You've got to be, as they say, in it to win it. But I figure another half an hour, 40 minutes, that moon's going to be over the top there. It might be good night Vienna. It might drive them crazy. I just don't know. I'm not going crazy at the moment. I can't grumble. I've had 3, but I missed another one. I didn't tell you. That's 5 takes, 3 fish. I want a couple more, I must admit. I don't know if you can see that there, people. You probably can't see it in this light. There's the fang marks in that fish, so I missed that one. There's a cut there and a cut there, but the distance from there to there, I'd say it's a very small one. Let's get it back out there. Whoa. Spun the camera, there's the drop back. Got it just there. Still dropping back, still coming towards me. I'm going to tighten it up. I missed him again. Oh, got this one on. Oh, it's 1 out of 2. Oh, this one's a nice fish, guys. Let me get this in the net. Well, 1 out of 2, because now what I say is to the Sander, come and meet my friend Matt. And quieten down, it's a decent fish, look. You can see the glow of his eye there as well. Very, very nice mouth, jaws. So get yourself down to Bury Fisheries here. Have a go in the main lake for Sander. Always in with a shout. I'll tell you what, there's not many places you can get fishing like this. Just had another pickup, boys. Let's take a shot at him. He's a small one. Wow, he's a small one. I'll let this one go in the side here. I think it's still good to see fish this size. It is only a small one. Look, this one you probably see is thin if I hold it with my thumb. Just there, that's why you can see they call them the pike perch. So it's sort of like a pike and they're sort of like a perch. A small one, I think I was lucky to get that on a whole roach. I'll tell you, we're going to have to go carp fishing in a minute because I'm going to run out of bait. Let's get him back. I'll tell you what, it seems like that moon, which is just behind a bit of hazy cloud there, is really not making too much difference at all because I've had 2 double takes. I seem to miss one, get another one, miss one, get another one. And they don't forget their cast that way, one down this side of the bank, one down there. Nothing so much farther out. I've just moved one slightly closer in. That's another thing, I don't think you need distance fishing with Sander. I think they do come around the edges a little bit. Maybe somebody knows has tried it, but you know, when you're getting takes, which I can't say I haven't had a shortage of takes, can you? What's the point in throwing out a long way and then maybe missing the bite, which is on the inside? And I figured they're patrolling up and down looking for small fish that are feeding on the ground bait that's been thrown in by the anglers that have left during the daytime. That's the theory anyway. If that piece of cloud stays over the moon like that, I'll be happy. I think I've got 2 baits left in the trolley there. Obviously I've got 3 out. Still a bit loath to change to carp. Yeah, I mean I've had carp all summer, so I sort of get carped out, don't you? This time of year it's very, very good for different fish. You could go, look, I could be putting prawns out of a lake and a carp rod, and I could probably get both species. You put a bunch of lobworms out, you know, and still 1 boilie rod if you like. You put some luncheon meat out for something else, for a catfish, and still put a carp boilie rod out. So this time of year, October, is a great month for fishing. If you get a sort of semi-mild spell, it can really kick off. A lot of people sort of put their rods away, and I think it's a big mistake. October, as I can early November. Come December, obviously stuff's changed, depends on the weather, but October, one of my favourite months. Well, there we go, people. I think that's number 7. Oh, I don't want to get spiked with those fins, but you can see them there. So at the end of the day, what have I had? 11 runs. Hooked a few, pulled hooks, missed a few, got 7. So give this sounder fishing a go if you get a chance. Autumn, winter, that's the time to do it. Not really in the freezing conditions. I'm going to try chuck a cartwheel out and see if I can't pick something off. And at least I might be able to get a bit of sleep during the night as well. They tend to have slowed a bit, I must admit. No, I just missed one. And it could have been one of the small ones. But if I've got no bait, I've got no bait. Right, anyway, thanks for watching TA Fishing. We'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the TA Outdoors bell, as you can see here. That big white thing up there. It doesn't bother those sounder at all, does it? It might bother the carp. And I figure if I put a boilie out there, at least I might get a few hours sleep. We'll see you next time. Well, I said I was packing up. That's number 8. That's easily the biggest one of the night, guys. That's a nice fish. The size of the jaws on it. That is a beaut. Well pleased. Do you know what, boys? I need to go carp fishing, just have a rest. Look at that one. There he is. That's a nice one. The water's still so warm. Just recovered. Yeah, he's okay. Got those big pectorals going. Go on. Well, there you go. Good bit of action. A lovely night to go fishing. Better than sitting at home, I assure you. We'll see you in the next film. Hit that subscribe button. TA Fishing, TA Outdoors. Hey, hit the like bell as well. Hit any bell, notification bell, ring a ding ding. We'll see you in the next episode.
Will you still be waiting for me? Tell me, 'cause I gotta know. See, I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. If I die